Your first $100,000 in savings represents a significant financial milestone, signifying discipline, dedication, and prudent financial decisions. However, this journey is not without its difficulties. In a world where bills seem to expand and unforeseen charges can occur at any time, achieving this goal necessitates meticulous planning and a strong dedication to your financial goals. According to Charlie Munger, the first $100,000 is unquestionably the most challenging. Even though the value of $100,000 has risen since Munger's statement, the message remains the same. After conquering the initial obstacles, accumulating wealth becomes surprisingly simple. Let's take a look at some of the major roadblocks to saving your first $100,000. Welcome to Cashflow Canvas, where we teach lessons about investment and money-saving techniques. If you want to make your financial future better, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel for the latest updates. The tendency to increase spending as income grows, known as lifestyle inflation or lifestyle creep, is a big danger to one's capacity to save money successfully. When people earn more money, they have a natural desire to improve their lifestyle by purchasing a larger home, a newer car, or indulging in lavish vacations and restaurants. These options may provide brief satisfaction, but they also create a cycle in which spending climbs in lockstep with income. This constant increase in spending leaves little opportunity for future savings and investments, producing a terrible financial habit that makes it impossible to move ahead. The more we succumb to lifestyle inflation, the more difficult it is to set away a significant amount of our earnings for savings or investments. Individuals are trapped in a loop in which, while earning more, they find it increasingly difficult to accumulate meaningful savings, risking their long-term financial security and financial aspirations. It is vital to keep an eye out for this nefarious occurrence. However, if you've established good spending and saving habits, it's quite simple to keep them up. In the early stages, your net worth is closely related to your earnings. In the world of finance, building wealth just from your income without leveraging assets is a foregone conclusion, especially in these days of increasing prices. You're reliant on a paycheck for the majority of your wealth growth before hitting $100,000. While a consistent wage gives security, it frequently falls short of generating meaningful wealth. Your money remains static without assets such as stocks, real estate, or other income-generating activities, only sustaining your day-to-day life. This reliance on revenue alone might be limiting because it necessitates ongoing effort with no guarantee of big returns. In a world where inflation constantly erodes the purchasing power of money, relying exclusively on your salary can mean losing financial ground. Inflation is a silent thief, slowly eroding the value of our hard-earned money, making it increasingly difficult to save efficiently. Consider this. You save a specific amount today with the intention of using it for a future purchase or investment. However, as the cost of goods and services rises owing to inflation, your money's purchasing power declines significantly. What used to cost $1 now costs more, and your funds may now buy less than they used to. Everything appears to be getting more expensive except your salary. Your manager makes you feel unappreciative and greedy for expecting more than a 3% yearly wage increase, so you keep looking for ways to cut back, and the gap between income and expenses shrinks. Because the real worth of money is constantly decreasing, even if you diligently save, your savings may not be sufficient to satisfy future expenses. Inflation essentially creates a race in which your money must rise at or above the inflation rate just to preserve its current value. It adds an additional difficulty to saving money because you must not only save, but also outpace the increasing tide of inflation to ensure your savings retain their value over time. Those with little or no savings or assets are particularly vulnerable to inflation. In today's world, where property prices across the country and the world appear to defy gravity, a large percentage of one's salary is frequently spent on rent or mortgage payments. This sum is generally so large that it takes the majority of the ordinary household budget. As housing costs rise, individuals and families have less spare money to save or invest. The persistent rise in real estate prices not only makes it more difficult for people to enter the property market, but it also strains their total budget, leaving little room for spending. This trend is especially troubling for young folks and those starting children who are finding it increasingly difficult to save for emergencies, investments, or even retirement as housing costs continue to rise. What does this entail for folks who aren't well off? Even renting or purchasing an entry-level house might deplete your savings, but individuals who have become financially established are less vulnerable to this issue. Inflation benefits those who own real estate since it reduces the value of their loan. On the contrary, for those who have not yet overcome the initial financial obstacles, the ideal of saving and owning a home becomes a distant goal, emphasizing the depressing impact that growing housing costs have on an individual's capacity to achieve financial security. For individuals who have yet to reach the $100,000 mark, the early phases of financial advancement can be extremely disappointing. A modest investment portfolio produces little in terms of monetary annual gains. Growth is typically incremental and, at times, painfully slow, particularly in the early stages. With limited cash, the opportunity for considerable returns is limited, making major investment growth difficult. For example, a $10,000 investment that increases 10% in 1 year yields a $1,000 gain, whereas a $100,000 investment that grows 10% in 1 year yields a $10,000 gain. It's like planting a seed in a small patch of land. The growth is there, but it takes time, patience, and careful nursing to get there. The key for people beginning out with small investment portfolios is consistency and patience. Even if the initial growth appears to be tiny, with continuous contributions, good investment decisions, and time, even small investments can gradually snowball into larger benefits, emphasizing the value of a long-term view. As a result, someday you'll appreciate the enormous quantity of money your portfolio generates in terms of dollars, and the exhilaration of such large returns will keep you motivated. Building an investment portfolio might be difficult for those who are just starting out on their financial journey. The problem is that a big amount of one's net worth is frequently invested in products that do not appreciate in value. Consider someone with a net worth of $155,000. A significant portion of that amount may be invested in assets such as a car, furnishings, clothing, and technology. While these products are necessary for daily life, they do not contribute to the building of one's wealth. In fact, the contrary is true. Only a small portion of net worth, possibly a few $1,000s, is normally invested in appreciating assets in this circumstance. This limited investment limits the ability to earn significant profits and increase net worth. Consider another case in which someone's net worth has increased to $150,000. Although they both have money invested in comparable things, the difference is in the size of their investments. A larger chunk of a bigger net worth, maybe $100,000 or more, is likely invested in numerous routes such as stocks, bonds, index funds, ETFs, or real estate. This additional investing capital not only provides the opportunity for higher profits, but also a foundation for the net worth to rise exponentially over time. Saving your first $100,000 is unquestionably difficult, but it is not impossible. You can overcome these hurdles and accomplish your financial objectives much sooner if you are conscious of your spending, manage your debt, plan for emergencies, and make wise investments. Maintain your focus and discipline, and remember that every small step you take today takes you closer to financial security tomorrow. Even if financial success is excruciatingly sluggish initially, rest assured that it will gradually improve. As we conclude, I'd like to thank you for watching. I hope you found value in this video and learned something new, and I look forward to seeing you in our future videos. I would deeply value it if you could like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support will help us to create more valuable content, and we can work together to secure your financial future. What are the key takeaways from this video that you can share in the comment section?